Hi everyone and welcome to this episode of Spill the Tae, Have Your Say. It's a new Studio 2 TV show that focuses around mental health issues affecting young people and their views on it. This particular episode is about social media. Aya, what is social media?
Well, social media is basically anything online, for example, maybe WhatsApp or Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah, and it's just anything you can use to connect with other people virtually.
Yeah.
A lot of young people these days use social media. Why is that? What's the positives with social media?
Maybe the positives is when you want to get a catch up with your friends.
There's a great safety aspect to it, and you can connect with your friends. So I think that's very positive sides of it. As well as that, it's very good for businesses and things to promote themselves on social media, reaching wider audiences. So I think that there's many positive benefits to social media. Yeah. And of course there's negatives as well, like many things. Like, would you know any?
Yeah, maybe like pretending to be people or catfishing, or what else would you do?
We have some pictures here actually on one of the particular negatives of social media, which would be body issues. You see a lot of things on social media and you're like, why don't I look like that? Why isn't my life like that? And I think this is a lot of evidence.
So the first one is
that's Kim Kardashian there.
Yeah.
So would you notice any differences in her there, Aya?
Well, usually around her legs, just like more tan and lighter than the other one.
Yeah, and they've definitely moved like a lot of texture in her legs. Like you can see, I think that's called cellulite, where you can see the veins in your legs. They've changed that. And her waist as well. It's definitely smaller.
And see, like at the top of her hair, there's like loads of bumps around there.
Yeah, they like smoothed it out. Yeah. Here's a second one here, and that's Britney Spears from a magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've like lifted up her face and her eyes a lot, and she definitely looks a lot younger, which I think is a big problem now on social media with the pressure for women, especially to look younger, and especially older women, putting pressure on them on why don't they look younger and things. So I think that's a big issue. And this one here is Beyonce. Yeah. They've certainly they've taken a lot of fat out of her face. Like if you look around her jawline here, it's a lot sharper.
Yeah.
And her cheekbones, it's a lot sharper. As well as you mentioned, like the skin texture. Like I know as a teenager and a young person myself with acne, that would make me very insecure. Like, why do they not have this problem? Why is it only me? So you can understand why looking at pictures like these all the time can be bad for your mental health.
Yeah, it can be really bad.
Yeah, because, if you look at that all the time, you can think to yourself, why don't I look like Beyonce in that picture? Why don't I look like Britney Spears? In reality, you might actually look like them. It's just the pictures you see of them every day. Photoshopped, adjusted to fit unrealistic beauty standards, frankly. It's not all real, People don't post the bad parts of their life. They post all their happy memories. They never post the down times. And you think to yourself, why isn't my life like that? Why don't I have parties every day? Why am I sad? That's not true. They're sad too. They also have good times, and so do you. As well, they can adjust their face, their body, any part of themselves to change. And as well, you might say, why don't I look like them? And you do actually look like them. You just don't see what they look like.
Yeah.
And as well, scammers, they might not be real. Nothing is real. Anything can be changed on social media. I also think there's a great pressure now with young people to be on social media, have the most likes, have the highest snap score, always be on your phone chatting to people, get all the messages, and I think that's completely stupid. There's no reason why you should worry about likes or other superficial things like that, because they mean nothing. Anyone can like a post. They don't need to think about it. They don't need to care about it. And if you're under pressure, you feel like you're addicted to social media, or people are being rude to you or bullying you, or you feel like it's bad for your mental health, just get off it. You don't have to be on social media. Just log off and just ignore all that pressure about being on it, frankly, and worrying about how many people see your posts, because it means nothing at the end of the day.
Today we are joined by Grace, who is going to tell us about social media. Well, Grace, first, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, no problem. Hi, I'm Grace. I'm a 20-year-old actor from Derry.
We recently heard that you were involved in a project called The Viral Project, which was filmed here in Studio 2. Could you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So The Viral Project is a short film that myself and some other local actors were working on, and it is basically to raise awareness for young people about the dangers and consequences of sending and spreading explicit images on social media platforms.
Wow, that sounds really interesting. Let's have a look at the clip from it. Wow, that looks brilliant. So Grace, how did you get involved with this project?
Yeah, so I play the character of Rachel, who is the lead role. She is the girl who sends the explicit images and is then the victim of a lot of cyberbullying and real life bullying. And the project is linked in with the Department of Justice, and it's going to be used as an educational tool in schools.
Well, Grace, how can social media affect your mental health?
I think there are many ways that social media can affect people's mental health in the modern day. An example is shown in the short film where the character Rachel is asked by a boy she's seeing to send an image that she's unsure of sending, and when she does send it, he talks to one of his friends about it and his friend doesn't believe him. He then forwards the message to his friend and the image spreads like wildfire, and this it impacts Rachel's reputation, and she's the victim of body shaming and bullying in school, and it completely deteriorates her mental health. And unfortunately the film ends with Rachel committing suicide, and it's a reflection on what can happen.
What advice would you give to young people about staying safe online?
Well, I think there are the standard rules for staying safe online. You know, don't accept friend requests from people that you wouldn't know. Don't give out your personal information. I think as far as protecting your mental health going when using social media, I think it's important to remember that what people are posting isn't necessarily a reflection of what's happening in their real life, and that most of what you see on social media is false. I think a lot of young people struggle with body image due to social media, even though the photos you see online are photoshopped and airbrushed, and it's very important when using social media, and if you're using social media, to keep these things in mind, that what you see is not a reflection of real life at all, and you shouldn't be holding yourself to the standard that you would see.
Thank you, Grace. That was some really good advice. Thank you for coming in and having a chat with us.
Yeah.
And up next we have our Just for Laughs section.
Hi, I'm Ryan,
And I'm Holly.
and today we're doing Just for Laughs. We are going to be playing the oil game, where you put the oil on your face and slide it down your face into your mouth.
3, 2, 1, go!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oops.
Oh, I can see it, 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 I can see it.
It's in the eyes! My God! So close!
I got it. I'm in my
I just think when you work.
Thanks for watching this episode of Spill the Tae, Have Your Say. Make sure to tune in for our next episode where we'll talk about more mental health issues affecting young people.